What is up, gamers? The Red Dragon here, and we are back talking about the latest news of the day. And a lot of people have been beating up on Microsoft and the Xbox over the used game thing. Really, we don't know exactly what the facts are with that. The latest rumors said something about the publishers and Microsoft going to be receiving a percentage of the sales of used games. And as it currently stands, anybody who sells used games like GameStop, they currently get 100% of the profits from used games. So this would mean that Microsoft and the publishers are taking a percentage, and so that really sent shockwaves to GameStop's stock. That's actually kind of hard to say right back together. But anyway, so they weren't doing good at the end of the week by the time that news story had run. And a lot of people were jumping all over Microsoft. But the thing to remember is, while everybody is running to PS4, let's remember that PlayStation has not come out and stated what their used game policy is. And it's been rumored for like the past year for both Xbox and PlayStation that they would have some sort of management system built into their used games. So we have not heard PlayStation say that they are not going to do anything like this. And actually, Kotaku's got a story running right now that says the PlayStation has rumored used games DRM, and this comes from Jeff Keighley. He was on TV saying that his sources are saying there's some sort of management system built in for used games. He says, quote, "The one thing that is amazing to me right now, we're not hearing a lot from the game publishers about what their view is on this. The console companies are becoming the bad guys, and you know Microsoft is getting beaten up a lot. Sony, I think, has been seen as a kind of white knight so far that's not going to restrict used games. Based on some of the things I'm hearing, I don't think that's entirely true because I can't see publishers allowing one system to do one thing and one to do another." And it's definitely something to keep in mind. And I was actually talking about this with somebody else the other day, and I said, you know, one thing about this is, even if they are making people use their cloud software in order to sell used games, and they have to go through them and give them a percentage, the one thing for sure is that publishers will love to work with Microsoft. One, because they will know that every time a game is sold, it's a legitimate copy of the game and it wasn't pirated on their system, because that's why Xbox is checking to make sure that you're playing legitimate copies of the game so that they know that nothing is being pirated and that the system is secure. The next thing is they know that as a publisher, anybody who plays their game and who owns it, they're going to get a percentage of the sales of that. And I can also see how something like that would encourage more people to come along and more developers to possibly give exclusives to them because they have that sort of system built in and that they know that their system is secure. And so that is one benefit, but PlayStation could turn around and have the same sort of system. We just have to wait and see. I mean, PlayStation could potentially turn around and say, hey, look at all this backlash. Everybody's coming to us. Like, I would think it would be really smart for them to say, hey, we're not going to put in place any sort of policy. But I think it's important to note again, maybe this is something that the publishers also had a hand in, at least to some extent, maybe with some of the bigger publishers out there. So anyway, post below, let me know what you think about this. Do you think PlayStation is going to have some sort of used game management policy like Xbox? And what do you think these policies are going to be? Or do you think they're going to kill the next-gen consoles? Or do you think everybody will just play ball? Post your comments below. Also, check out the links in the description box for the latest news and details. Check out VGN, videogamesandnews.com. That does it for me, The Red Dragon. Subscribe for more. Take care.